Well, we have new reports that al-Qaeda-linked fighters have dug into the key city of Fallujah in Iraq as terrorists make unprecedented gains in that country. These are new images showing a convoy of vehicles and al-Qaeda fighters just outside of Fallujah, once a major battleground for our own American troops, where many of them died, and where al-Qaeda flags now reportedly fly over the city. This was the scene, watch this here, back in 2004. Our next guest took that video. He fought in that battle you just saw and is one of the many veterans now asking what they were fighting for nearly 10 years ago, given what we're seeing today. Joining me now, Staff Sergeant David Bellavia. He spent 6 years in the Army and was awarded the Silver Star for Valor for his role in liberating Fallujah from terrorists back in '04. He's also the author of the book House to House, an epic memoir of war. Staff Sergeant, good to see you. Thank you so much for your service. And your thoughts, your reaction to seeing the al-Qaeda flags now over the city you and your comrades so bravely fought to win.
It rips my heart out. It absolutely breaks my heart. Every inch of pavement that we took in November of 2004 was paid for, and the blood that was spilled, that's hallowed soil to me, to the families that just had another Christmas holiday without their baby boys home. It's almost 10 years. I mean, could you imagine, 10 years after the Normandy beaches were secured to fly a Nazi flag over the beaches in Normandy? I think every American should be outraged, and the veterans of Fallujah are absolutely heartbroken by this. And
yet we had the president, who was reelected by a strong margin, make clear when he was running the following. Listen to him on the campaign trail recently, just before he was reelected.
4 years ago, I told you I'd end the war in Iraq, and I did. I said we'd end the war in Afghanistan, and we are. I said we'd refocus on the people who actually attacked us on 9/11. And today, al-Qaeda's on the run, and Osama bin Laden is dead.
Your thoughts?
Megan, the enemy that took over Fallujah and is occupying Ramadi right now, they came from a town in western Iraq that's on the Syrian border, which basically means that this enemy, this al-Qaeda enemy that is in Anbar province right now, they were fighting the Assad regime in Syria. And this is the very people that this president appealed to the American, not only the Congress, but to the American people, that we should intervene on their behalf. He wanted to take the Assad regime out and help these fighters that are now in Anbar province, causing the issues that we're seeing in Iraq right now. The leadership vacuum of the United States military has been filled by Iran. And that's why these Sunni tribes don't want to fight for the Maliki government, because they don't want to support Iran. And we were a buffer to the Iranian leadership and the Ayatollahs and the Omars in Iraq when we were there. And all they asked for was a standard of forces agreement. And a standard of forces agreement would have eliminated what we're now seeing in Anbar province.
But there was a question about whether they were going to allow Americans to be. Yeah, exactly. So it broke down for political reasons. But let me ask you this, because the president has seemed to be arguing all along when he was running for re-election that Iraq, that was a war he didn't agree with. That was sort of the bad war. And he was going to end that one. He was going to fight the people who attacked us on 9/11 by seeing Afghanistan through. And now, now we pulled out. We didn't leave behind forces. And we're seeing al-Qaeda claim the cities that you guys fought for. I mean, what does that feel like as somebody who actually saw your comrades die, to be told that that was the bad war and that we're not going to go back in and fight, or at least support the gains you won?
You talk about some of the decorations that people earn in combat. Those kids that have Purple Hearts, Megan, they earn their awards every single day they wake up in the morning. When they have limbs that are gone, these families, these Gold Star parents that lost their sons, every single day they earn that award. And let me tell you, to be told that you fought in a bad war, how can you support the troops? You know, this president loves to use us as CGI green screen backgrounds when it comes to giving out Best Actor awards. We're always the prop that shows up for all these wonderful little PR events. How can you support us if you call the very action and the war that we fought in the bad war? I don't appreciate that. I don't accept that. It's repugnant to me, quite frankly. And all the families that we've spoken to, you know, you were talking about the amnesty deal. It also broke down under the Bush administration when they were dealing with Iraq. And he managed to get 175,000 Americans amnesty because he had a will to get it done. And all we need is the will. And, you know, if this president wants us to believe that he supports us, then you don't make comments about wars being bad or good. I understand you were against this war, Mr. President, but you're still the commander-in-chief. We're going to follow you and give our lives under your command. We just ask you to at least do your part and stand behind us and the blood sacrifice we gave for this nation.
Understood. Staff Sergeant Bellavia, thank you so much for your service. They don't just hand out the Bronze Star and the Silver Star, so we commend you for your bravery, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.